I'll save some for you. Oh, did my trust increase with the camp? The fucker, I gotta go restock on everything.
Hey, Deke, you there?
Yeah, I'm barely alive.
Hey, Ricky, what's up?
There's still some work I need to do on the truck. I'll radio you when it's ready.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm ready when you are.
Deke, you sure you want to do this?
They're coming, Ricky. Unless we take him out first.
Alright, Ricky, I'm just making... I need to get back to Iron Mike's.
You're right. Okay, Ricky out.
Ricky, we have no other choice. It's that or just let him walk all over us. And sometimes you gotta pay to let people walk all over you. I really need to get into camp. It's like, avoid the yellow spot on the road.
Hey, someone's at the gate.
It's me.
Deke. What's been keeping you away so long?
What the fuck?
Blair, you are looking fine today.
Oh, is that that's the gun I dropped when I... That's the gun I dropped when I grabbed my other rifle. I was like, what the fuck is that? Why is that on the ground?
Okay. Yeah, good. Good choice.
I feel like you're just being condescending to me.
Good one.
You want to clap in my face too while I buy this stuff?
Yeah, good. Good choice.
Imagine hearing this every time you went and picked out groceries or something. Like, or so, she's either checking you out, like, sliding the shit through. Yeah, good choice. Or every time you picked up an item at the store. It's like, just shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yep.
Claire, you're the talkative. You're very talkative.
Don't be such a stranger.
Yeah, I probably will be a stranger, because you give horrible customer service. Excuse me. Hold left on the D-pad to heal.
Yeah.
Rookie rigged this up for the steering wheel. Drive right up to the front door, jump. Goodbye, militia.
Where's my subtitles?
Okay, well, you sure you want to do this? I mean, it's a long way to drive.
And the
with
textures.
one arm.
Asshole.
Look, Boozer, you and I both know it's probably a one-way trip.
Yeah. Then I won't have to drive back.
Can everyone's textures please just load?
I want this. Oh, but there's just one thing. Only a couple of bikers pull a dumbass stunt like this.
For God's sakes. It loaded the cutscene fast, but it didn't even bother the fucking textures. Poor Booze Man's getting shit on out here. Wanna make out?
We're gonna do this or what?
Goddamn straight.
I'm glad my jacket's got texture. Mine's fine, but my tats and all booze is fucked.
Looks like Ricky's coming after all.
What's up, Deke? Nice jacket. Looks good on you.
Ricky, Addie, I appreciate it, but Boozer and I, we gotta take care of some stuff.
Word gets around.
Yeah, everybody wants a piece.
Your speech touched more people than you thought, Deke.
What speech? I kind of just mumbled to him.
I told you, you can't do this alone.
This is
Oh,
crazy.
don't worry. They're not doing it for you. They're doing it for him.
That bike?
Iron Mike! Iron Mike! Iron Mike! Iron Mike!
All right, listen up. The plan is simple. Boozer and I are gonna hit the north gate. We're gonna blow it to hell. Now that's gonna pull everyone at the south gate. And what you gotta do is just follow Ricky. Yeah? Are we ready?
And that's it. Follow her. Don't even shoot the gun.
I'm gonna radio when we hit the bridge. Don't go in until that. All right, let's do this.
For Iron Mike.
For Mike Iron. For Michael Ironside. Gas cans found in open world can be used to refill your bike. Just thought you should know. Oh, sweet! This entire time I've been just using gas stations and getting jumped by bandits every time.
Hey, Boozer, we gotta jump! Hey, Booze Man, time to go! We got one shot at this, brother!
Damn it, Boozer. Go. Get your old lady.
Boozer! We're not having a Gears of War 3 situation.
Boozer!
I forgot he doesn't like the water either. He doesn't swim since an accident happened. Yeah, Boozer, more like Denzer. This is like a Gears of War 3 situation. Might as well just play the fucking... whatever the other song from that they play from that scene. Like, Dom, no! It's like, you know, we didn't have to go that far. Took him 2 years, but he got across. It's like, the war's over. Like, look at his armory. He's got a nice rifle. He's got this machine pistol and a saw blade tied to a 2x4.
You jump. You should have jumped. Boozer. Oh, God damn it, Boozer. Oh, God damn it.
That fire looks terrible, by the way. That was some gross-looking fire.
I am going to kill every goddamn one of you.
Pistol here, just in case if you needed it. Like, I'm shooting that guy, all I hear was, he shot him. Like, no shit, really? That also did not look good, but whatever.
Sarah. I gotta get to Sarah.
Someone help that gun!
Oh, God damn it. Oh, you're not gonna stop me. Hang on, Sarah.
This is an idiot fight if I've ever seen one.
Ark. I gotta get to the Ark.
Oh, okay. It's just an idiot fight. Two guys with some recoils. Fucking nuts. Oh, I fell on that gun that I was gonna grab for ammo.
It's sealed! Come on, get to the upper cave! Move it! Go! Get up there and start setting charges! I said go, goddammit!
My head's a ringing. Is there an ammo box lying around? Kind of black. Like, I have the upgrade for extra ammo and shit.
Schizo.
But, like, holy hell, they did not
Schizo.
give you a lot of ammo.
I'm coming, Schizo. Oh, well, now we gotta do it the hard way. Top of the cone. Gotta get to the top of the cone.
How are you alive?
Oh, I gotta get these guys. Flamethrower. Shit.
That's what I think of your damn flamethrower. The fuck away from me. Okay, that worked. Fire bad! Fire bad! You don't need to kill me, I'm friendly.
I know where you're at.
I don't. Nice plan. If I hide here with my head sticking out, there's no way he could get me. He got me!
Sniper, gotta be on the tower. Gotta take him out.
This is gonna be the worst sniper if he gets taken out by my little submachine gun. Oh, he's dead. Got him. Really sucks for that guy. Been sitting here working for the militia, training to be a sniper, and what happens? He got blasted by a fucking dude with a little Uzi, like, submachine gun thing. Just say keep on running. I'm walking right at him. This fucking rifle.
Almost there.
Why the hell did that guy have an airbag on him? Was that his?
Keep going.
Was that his armor?
Need this more than you.
My battery's getting low. I can tell over time my battery has horribly sucked and gotten worse. Ow. Ow. Nothing a rifle can't fix. Weird things I'm finding on them. Airbag, a spark plug, or a spark igniter, and... you know, a med kit, it makes sense.
Ricky, can you hear me?
Deke? We got him! We got him! Deke! Deke!
Ricky! Ricky!
Hello? Is this thing on?
Give him hell, Ricky.
Can you hear me now? You sounded very unsure about the whole "we got him" thing.
Hang on, sir. Sniper, get down.
I'm shot! He's like touching his face. He shot me in the cheek! Oh boy. That dude must have played football. I need you to stop shooting me for like 2 seconds. I'm trying to kill your asshole with the flamethrower. Gonna craft some more bandages. You like throwing grenades? It's all fun and games until you take a bullet.
I can always use this.
Aha, box of ammo. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't want anything over there.
Fuck you. You want me to blow us both to hell?
God damn it. You hear that? Hurry up.
There. It's good to go.
How many is that?
Enough.
Let's get back to the colonel. Come on.
Could have just shot them both in the head.
Captain Sarkozy, reporting in. How many explosives did you say? Captain, we didn't have time to set them all. What? God damn it! How many? It's three! Three, sir!
Enter herbal tea.
Okay, I'm going down to get the detonator from Rita. Hold the cave entrance. Got that? No one gets down here! Yes, sir. Understood, sir. No one gets down. And stay off this goddamn channel. It might have been compromised.
The Colonel's Bible.
Yeah, you found the Colonel's Bible.
Oh, you son of a bitch. 3 explosives. Oh, I gotta find them.
Hopefully I can find some of their explosives. The almighty knife that can do everything from opening hatches to disarming.
I'm coming, Schizo. Wait for me.
I love when your unarmored friends are here. It makes it all the more easier for me to kill them. Yeah, I'll give up. I'll get a fair trial, like he says. Where is he? Did you find him?
See this?
I don't know if they found him. They have the high ground.
You son of a bitch. There. Okay, that should do it. One more. Gotta find the last one. Almost there, Schizo. Almost there.
Oh, that guy should not have ran out. You don't hear the gun going off? That sounds like it could really hurt. Telling you, this armor they get is ridiculous. Why don't I get any armor? I didn't get this shit when I was working with them. And I wish I could aim. Don't think that... You know, there's a move... You know, you get a move for everything, but that wasn't it. That was not the move. Like, what the hell? Like, climb the ladder while he's aimed at me.
Careful, careful. Got it. That's it. Sorry, you're not blowing up shit today, Schizo. Not today. Where are you hiding?
They'll never expect it. The old climb the ladder technique while he's got a machine gun aimed at me. I still like that my, the people that with Ricky are probably struggling at the south gate trying to, like, push forward. You know, dealing with resistance, and then here I am kind of just one-man armying everything like usual, because plot armor. I like how I couldn't hit him while he was standing. And once he got to cover, I hit nothing but his head.
It's going to stop me, Schizo.
Schizo, where are you?
Where's that goddamn detonator?
Fuck you, man. I ain't getting strapped in here.
Weaver, come on. You know we follow orders. That's how it has to be. Where the fuck is it? Weaver, where's the goddamn
You better let him go.
Give it to me.
Yes, you son of a bitch.
No!
Only hit his helmet. Tried to shoot him more times, but it didn't work. Am I supposed to run down there? I was gonna say, because I can't see shit from up here. And the game's so framey. Like, there's all this shit happening. We're in an enclosed space, but fuck if it doesn't want to drop some frames.
Weaver, get the hell out of here. Go on, go! I've got some people coming out of the north gate. Go!
You stubborn son of a bitch. You know that? I heard what you did, Deke. I heard what you did, killing all those rippers. Oh yeah. You drowned them like they was a bunch of fucking rats.
Because they are, just like you are, Schizo.
I bet you that Iron Mike didn't see it that way. Did he? Yeah, I want you to know. I didn't want to kill that old man. Did it? He gave me no fucking choice. I tried to make him see reason, but he just fucking wouldn't. He just fucking wouldn't. He's gonna kill me real bad. Follow me all the way back here. Get back here. Huh? Didn't you? Oh yeah, you came back for your girl. Well, I got bad news for you, Deacon St. John.
Come on.
After Curry put you out, Curry didn't feel bad about that. No, sir. You cracked a fucking egg. He cracked her like an egg.
No, he just beat up an egg. He didn't touch my wife. God almighty, is everyone equipped with a fucking light machine gun? Did you get me? Oh, I must have picked up some grenades for myself.
Here,
There you go, you fucks. Forgot that I've been looting their bodies, so there's chances of frags.
Skizzo! We end this now!
Well, I would like to reload, but I'll just keep looting real quick. Alright, anyway. I'm okay. They took all my bandages and scrap and everything.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna kill you with my bare hands. You got that?
All my guns are gone.
No! No!
You can't aim for shit, motherfucker. Ow. God, it does not help that it's very, like, framey at times.
You know something, Skizzo? There was a time when I would have dragged you out into the shed. And I would have left you to the freaks. But hey. I'm not gonna do that. You wanna know why? Because they would tear you limb from limb. But you know what? They wouldn't enjoy Enjoy it.
Yeah, he deserves it. Should have had that happen to him a long time ago. And now I suddenly have guns on my back. Like, I'm fine. My guns, everything just magically fucking-appeared.
I know what's happening out there! Out there! Outside the ark! But it's out there! We are safe in here. Nothing can touch us. Do you hear me? God has ordained this place. This is consecrated ground. We are safe
Coming for you, Colonel.
in this place. We are safe in this place.
Really? Are we sure? He cracked like an egg.
I don't know when or why, but I saw something. A month ago, maybe, I felt something. Something I hadn't felt in a long time, and I know that a lot of you might have felt the same way, and
An
I
erection?
think that if we just can...
Deacon?
I'll have your side on.
Join me for tea. You want a crumpet?
Let him go, Colonel.
It's all over. Your militia is done.
Would you like some tea? I'm sure you would. Sarah, would you pour the drifter a cup of tea? The Ark was our
It's to die for.
only hope. You realize that, of course. When the world was cleansed, it was the only thing that would allow us to rebuild. Everything was here. Protected. Saved by the grace of God. We never did find someone to play the piano, though, did we?
What are you talking about, I heard?
When all this is gone, there'll be nobody left to hear the music. You've destroyed us. You destroyed everything we worked for.
No, Colonel, you did when you started this holy war. You know, give them the choice between you and the freaks. I'm gonna have to go with them, because at least when they kill, they're just looking for a meal, and they don't kill unarmed women.
No!
Oh, that's a big hand. That poisonous stuff. You know, we'll wait and tell her the bad news about Booze Man.
Okay. Let's go.
Kind of figured. Either she poisoned it, like, or he just was like, let's have a suicide pact. The fucking dude's insane, but I'm gonna assume she poisoned it, because she's the one who knows all that crap.
Help me. I'm bleeding. Someone help
Hey,
me.
where's Boozer?
He's gone.
Why don't you go get some water?
Okay.
I don't want water.
Hey, could you set up a triage tent over there?
Hey,
Hey, there's a cave entrance over there. You'll find supplies and bandages. Get some men. Go.
you, let's go. Ricky! Patty.
Does anyone hear me? I can help. I'm a doctor.
Not really, though.
It's over. Everyone that wasn't killed or wounded by the blast pretty much just gave up. Where's Boozer?
Move it!
Ricky, I need some help over here.
The north gate! The south gate! Move!
Ricky!
Yeah.
Get away from me. Don't talk to me about Boozer.
What do you need help with?
Hey. Hope you saved some for me.
My God.
Boozer.
Sorry I'm late.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I jumped.
No, what the fuck?
Just before I ran out of bridge.
I saw the
Yeah,
truck.
No. I felt the blast wave. Even under 10 feet of water. Now that was a ride. What? You didn't think I'd blow myself up, did you?
Yeah, probably.
Who'd be around to bust your balls?
I would.
Hey! Oh!
Hey.
Little sister. Yeah, long story. So, I hear someone's been looking for you.
What?
Kinda wouldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, don't listen to him. It was really more his idea than...
Ricky, Eddie, which one of you is driving me out of this shithole?
I like that he has that hand still for shifting, but all I can imagine with him is like, who needs ice cream scooped? Is there an ice cream truck anywhere? It was helping him shift the truck that he was driving, so now it just looks like he's got it to scoop ice cream. It's like, I thought you guys told me there was an ice cream truck here. He's ready to scoop some eyeballs.
It's all yours, brother.
So I hear that you're staying on to rebuild.
Not all the Colonel's ideas were bad. Just the batshit crazy
You're the
ones.
second person to tell me that.
Who else? Corey? You know what? Fuck that dude.
Hey.
He left us here to rot.
If it wasn't for him, we'd all be dead.
Whatever, man. And I think we're
Still
past
got
the
his
about
fucking
all that
iPod in.
bullshit.
Hey, you didn't miss my speech.
Nah, I wouldn't say I'm gonna miss it.
I don't know how to talk.
Brother,
We did it. You did it.
Thank God you took that ice cream scoop off.
man, you know, I gotta admit for a second there, I thought that you were,
Gonna blow myself up? I told you I got shit to do. Give him hell, brother.
I don't do public speeches.
Chuck would be proud.
The dog? It's like, so we did it, guys. I took 30,000 plus bullets. I'm somehow alive. My body is literally Swiss cheese.
See? Good things happen when you stop and light a candle.
Yeah.
well, this is sort of more of a bonfire, but yeah.
I've never seen you give a speech before.
Oh, come on. It ain't gonna be a speech.
Okay.
Man.
Shit. That's enough of that.
Now we're gonna have
They're all getting quiet.
we're gonna fuck.
Yeah, they're waiting for you. It's your cue.
Chicken fingers. Who wants chicken tenders?
I know we got a lot of rebuilding to do, so I'm gonna keep this short. Look, I'm not a leader.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't care what you say, I'm not. But, you've done something here today. We've done something. We banded together to fight. Not because some asshole told us to, but because it was the right thing to do. And you know what? We won. Yeah, I've seen you struggle to rebuild. I've seen you fight to save lives, to keep people safe, keep people fed. I've seen you sacrifice everything that you have, everything that you are. Make the world a better place. And see, that's why we're still here. That's why we're still here. Because if we don't have hope for a better life, or for a future that matters, what the hell are we fighting for? You know, Iron Mike, he once said to me that we make the world what it is by what we do. Huh? What did we do? Huh? What are we going to do? See this? This is the first step.
I thought you weren't going to give a speech.
Yeah, I screwed up. What the hell was it?
Yeah, that's just like, yeah! Yeah, you are! Just all that shit.
Outlaw biker, huh? Are you ready to ride, old lady?
I don't know, depends. Where are we going?
My cock. Bone zone. You pick. Just be ready to ride. Alright? My hog needs tending to. Need you to grease up the old wheels. Are any of these somewhat biker jokes doing anything for you, huh? Does that turn you on? Fucking no. I can't tell jokes. I don't know anything about sex. I just know how to murder freaks and other people that band against me.
Know that we're bleeding, broken and scarred. Thought we were free.
And we've finally beaten Days Gone. It took forever though for me because I kept taking breaks. I keep taking breaks when I have all these games I'm trying to play. But we did it. We done the thing. Now I think there's like a little extra at the end after we're done with the credits and we just kind of drive around or whatever and something else pops up for like a final scene. I think. So we'll just fuck around for a moment after everything. But I had fun. I didn't have any high hopes. I didn't have any, like, anything going into this. When I first started, I was, like, very hesitant. Because I was like, I'm not sure what to think about it. Because it was very rough around the edges. It kind of just took from a lot of different games. Kind of mixed into one. But, overall, it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. And I feel like this is, you know, a good step for them, I guess, like, to, if they're gonna make another one or do something else of this style, that they can, like, fix all their flaws and what was wrong with it. And just build off of this, I suppose. They definitely need to optimize it better for PS4, and I don't know, I think I heard the PS4 Pro had frame rate issues, but holy hell that the game gets super framey at times to where it was, it made you feel super slow just riding the bike, because, like, it was like, what's the point of upgrading my top speed if the frame rate dies and I can't feel like I'm going any faster? But I didn't have any hype or anything crazy going into it. When I looked back at some of the trailers, it felt like they wanted to be a lot heavier with animations and a lot more realistic. But then I feel like they kind of swapped and made it a more arcadey feel, which isn't a bad thing. Lisa Jackson was played by Laura Bailey and Alexa Rose. Maybe there was a younger and a later version of her. I can't remember. Fucking Laura Bailey is everywhere. But I like the character of Deacon. I also like the voice actor. He's he plays it very well. I like the, you know, because he does really well at giving him like more of a personality of not caring and stuff. It's not like it doesn't feel like a generic like perfect voice line read. It actually feels like someone who's actually emoting everything he's saying with it. She's like, go higher. There's a few things though with this where like the story was a little all over the place at times. I mean, we had like a moment where Ricky looked like she was gonna do stuff with me, and then we kind of pushed that away because I was still focused on my wife, and then that just died out, and that never turned into anything, or it never even left as an awkward moment. It just happened, and that was it. But for the most part, it kept me interested. I was definitely interested, because if I was not interested in the story, I sure as hell wouldn't even have continued playing. I probably would have stopped after the first or second session. And then she just rips ass. Or we crash. We finally got her, Crash. She's dead. But I don't know where they're going to go, if they're going to continue Deacon's story, if they do make another Days Gone, or if this is just kind of a one-time deal, or what. Who even knows? But I had fun, though. It wasn't like anything amazing. It definitely was very arcadey and everything like that, but I feel like that actually was a plus, I guess, in this case. Because the game was already kind of buggy and had issues as it is already, so like if it had animations and things like that to try to be like Red Dead or something like that, where it went to a more realistic feel, there would probably be so many more bugs, so many more problems, or a lot more annoying issues with getting attacked and other crap like that, or things just getting stuck. Because hell, even me swapping guns got me stuck a couple times, where the game thought I was holding a holding like a pistol in my hand, or it thought I had the rifle when I pulled out a machine gun, so I could only single fire a machine gun, and I was like, what the fuck's happening? Oh, they're trying to load 200 zombies, yeah. Yeah, I think that because I think this was based off the Unity engine, possibly. And every time something's off, or I forget, or the Unreal engine, I mean, and every time something's made with that, it can be very intensive if not properly worked on, and I feel like they, I definitely felt like the longer you played, it felt like it was like overloading RAM kind of feeling for your console, where, like, if you were playing on computer, where it was just getting choppier and worse, because I feel like shit just stayed there. It didn't, like, despawn or get rid of stuff, as it probably should have, so it might have hurt it a little bit. But other than that, like, my biggest gripe was the frame rate having issues at times, because it made it really hard to steer that fucking motorcycle. But the motorcycle itself actually did feel solid for the most part. It's just the frame rate kind of made the motorcycle parts feel kind of meh at times, because when you're getting slowdowns and lags problems with it, you can only go so fast. It's like I felt like I upgraded my top speed and all this crap, and it didn't even matter because I couldn't go that fast. But I'll give it a, like, I don't know, pretty above average, I suppose. You know, like 6 to 7. You know, it wasn't like you know, game of the year amazing, but it had good voice acting for a lot of scenes. You know, it was arcadey, but to me in a more entertaining way, but there's still definitely a lot to be worked on, and the story was interesting for the most part to keep me going. And then, you know, there's just some flaws, but, you know, 6 to 7, somewhere around there. Fucking boozer. Definitely worth the buy if it's on sale. I mean, if you can get past the flaws and all the little problems and you're into this kind of stuff, then yeah, sure, full price, but I could definitely see people being more into it half priced. Weapon unlocked, the SSR. Weapon unlocked, the mayor. Hey, we got the little pistol. Or revolver. These fucking skins from my bike. Days Gone complete. Congratulations on completing the story of Days Gone. Deacon has defeated the militia and reunited with Sarah, but there's still so much to do. Continue to ride on the broken road, upgrade your bike, discover the additional Nero locations, complete more storylines, and unlock all the collectibles. Thank you for playing. Well, I have a mission now. Where are my damn rings? Well, before I head out to go check what that is,
Deke, how's my favorite bounty hunter?
My wife's around now. Don't fucking hit on me. You skank.
Good choice. Good one. Okay. Yep. Don't be such a stranger.
Don't touch me. Don't touch my bike. Don't even look at it. I don't know you. So there's just that, and then there's just clear out infestations, a shit ton of hordes that I'm not even going to bother with because I don't have the supplies. I'm not trying 100% anyway. And then there's just that frickin' checkpoint. Oh boy. Can I fast travel? Thank you. I am not driving all the way there. Oh, hey, frame drops. Internet dying. Ew, what the fuck? Alright, well, YouTube. My internet died because it is storming.
Deke, this is Russell. How's it going? Got a job for you.
Russell?
Russell, hey man. Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can make time. Deacon out.
Well, that sucks. Because I hate to just end it like that for the stream. Because of my internet dying. Because it's been storming. That's fun. And I don't want to cut the part just for this. Just to wait, because I don't know how long it's going to take. And this is probably only going to be like a 10-15 minute section or something. I don't know. I'll just sit here for a moment and see if my internet will come back or not. So, I will say though, I do appreciate everybody on YouTube watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough. I know it can be annoying watching through, watching as a stream because I talk to chat more. and things like that, and or I'll talk about shit that's very dated sometimes because by the time this eventually goes up, it's going to be either after August or it's going to be in the middle of August, and I'm doing this right at the end of July, but I hadn't touched this game since June because I took a month break, as you've already will see at the time of this. Already as I'm doing this, Tomb Raider, Gears, what the fuck else? Did I do anything else? Quantum Break, Dead Rising 4 hasn't even been uploaded yet, but that's on the horizon, which actually turned into me doing it completely. I thought I was only going to play like a part or two of it, but I ended up doing the whole thing. So there's that. And, what else? What else was there? Is there anything else that I did during the Game Pass? I know I did all the Tomb Raiders. Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, whatever the fuck. Were good times. They actually are going to spark me to play the Uncharted series again. I'm not going to record that because I already uploaded all of that like 2 years ago. And there'd be really no point. I thought about doing like a revisited thing and like upload like the entire stream of me just like every time I've played the game, like part 1 of a stream, part 2, because there's no way I'm going to beat it in one sitting. But I was like, nah, I don't really want to waste the upload time because as I've talked about in previous times, I usually do like batch uploads. So what ends up happening is I'll upload 20 to 25 videos, schedule them all for the next few weeks or whatever the hell I do it, and then I record a bunch through streaming, and then I'll just do another batch after I start to run out for another 20, 25, and then do it again, rinse and repeat. So I start doing that, and until, yep, I know. And, yeah, I do that stuff. I rinse and repeat, and then eventually, the stuff that I've recorded, God knows how long ago, eventually gets up. Sadly, there's been stuff I've recorded and streamed that I thought have been funny, but they never make it sometimes because either they only get like 2 or 3 parts. Mostly there's stuff with me and John. Me and John will do a game for a little bit, but then we stop playing it or we don't do any more of it. And so I have not... I've not, like, uploaded it because it's like, why upload 1 or 2 parts? Sometimes I do that, though. I'll upload 1 or 2 parts and be like, here, there's that. Zelda needs to make a return. I know that much. I have taken, like, a few months off of Twilight Princess, and I kind of ended on a sour note as of right now of the, this recording, because the last 2 parts that I uploaded were, like, me dying in the heat because I didn't have an AC plug set up yet. And it was like 100 degrees, and I was like, fucking hate this. I didn't want to stream at the time. Like, I wasn't in the mood to stream, and then I'm doing this level, and I can't fucking figure out the temple and all that crap. So I do want to get back to it now that I'm kind of, like, in a better mindset. On top of just other shit that we're going to play during this playthrough. You may have saw Infamous Second Son is getting ready to be used. There's that. Uploading Kingdom Come Deliverance because Final Fantasy is done, and there's actually other stuff too. We actually did other things that you'll see soon enough that we've been playing. So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to think if there was there's Zelda that I know I gotta get back to. Can't remember if there was another game that I have to get back to as well. I know I'm doing Dragon Quest Builders. That means Dragon Quest Heroes is on pause until all of that's done. Probably by the time you see this, Fire Emblem, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, we're playing that right now. We've been playing through that stuff. I'm like horribly in a good way addicted to I'm super addicted to Fire Emblem, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance is really fun too. I really wish I could have played with friends, though. I really wanted to do a recording session or a stream with friends. But John is super busy, and he's not really into the whole hero things. Hell, I don't follow a lot of heroes and things like that. But I don't know, I just love video games and heroes and shit like that, so I'm always about it. So there's that. And Brandon did not give a shit to play it. He was more into Fire Emblem coming out, and so he was saving his money, so completely understandable. He may or may not get the one for Square Enix when that comes out, depending on how that is. I want to get it because it looks cool. But it's just because I think it's co-op, they said. I don't remember. But there's that. I think as the time of this, Doom should be going up, which actually had a long space in the middle of the first session between the first and such, because I started recording it side by side with this. So it, like, returned, and I beat that. During the Doom playthrough, we were talking about Bethesda, because at the time of this recording, just a few days ago, I think it was like 2 or 3 days, I don't remember, Wolfenstein came out, the Young Blood or whatever the fuck it's called, and it's sadly a disappointment. Oh look, my weather has affected the game now. It's kind of a disappointment. It's not good, from what I heard, and I'm not going to bother spending the money. I mean, it's half the price, which that they're nice enough for that. And I think if you bought it, your friend could just play it. There was like a pass. I don't know if they were doing like the same thing A Way Out did. But they, I guess, added unnecessary RPG elements. It's very repetitive. And actually, you know, that's what sucks, is they try to make it like an open-ended-esque, like, quest/RPG thing. Like, this is what I was talking about in Doom, during the Doom playthrough, towards the end of it. Bethesda is starting to have a really not... Like, I know they haven't had the best track record, but their games have been to a point where they're like, okay, it's fun enough, it works, it's good. They do let mods fix it. Yeah, it's kind of shitty practice to make a half-ass game and let mods do the work, free work, or whatever the hell, and make people buy the game, and then the mods get credit and stuff. I don't know if... And then I think you can donate to modders. I don't know. I don't fucking... I'm not even getting into that. I don't know anything, but... it kind of sucks, but, like, it is starting to, like, fade, where it's like, okay, this is kind of not good. This is really not good. This is... They're getting... and so, even though it's probably the developers, maybe it is the people at Bethesda's call of how these games are being made, but, like, I don't know if they were like, yeah, we'll listen to the fans. A Wolfenstein co-op game would work. Everyone would love that. And it's like, hell yeah, because they said Blazkowicz was having twins or whatever. And we listened to the fans, but with our own Bethesda twists. And it's like, well, what's that? This RPG nonsense that wasn't in Wolfenstein? Like, there was some elements of Wolfenstein in the sense of, like, upgrading your guns, and you gain, like, perks through challenges and shit like that, which is fine. But adding levels unnecessarily and stupid progression system, like, all we wanted was like a kind of a story linear game like Wolfenstein, lots of Nazi killing with your buds, with a bud. But instead, they didn't give you that. They didn't give you that at all. Well, they did, kind of, but in a kind of shitty way. So there's that. Just last little while ago, I've been hearing about the Doom trilogy that came to Switch, and I don't know if I think it came to other systems. I don't know. I know it's on the Switch. And they fucked up that. They make you have to have this. They make you have to sign into the Bethesda.net. I know they said they're fixing that or updating that, but it was like you had to constantly be online to play an old, like, 80s, 90s, whatever the hell Doom came out game on your Switch, which is kind of stupid for the Switch, because an always online game that isn't a multiplayer game, like, say it's I'm trying to think, like Fortnite or some bullshit, like, that's of course needs online, so you need a constant connection, like, that's fine. But if you're gonna play a single player game, and you're more than likely for the Switch gonna want to play it on the go, whether you're sitting in the passenger seat in the backseated car, or you're out and about, I don't know where else you play, maybe at your break at work, for some reason you brought your Switch, I don't know, I don't judge. I could never do it to mine, because they'd fucking steal it, but, like, if you can't get an always constant online connection, then that's bullshit, because maybe you want to sit down and play some fucking classic Doom, or Doom 2, or Doom 3, or whatever. So, I think it's kind of a shitty thing. But, like, they are going to fix it, I guess, whatever. I don't know, I'm not really looking too much into it at this moment. Because I don't think I'll ever play the original Dooms. Like, I played them, I just don't think I'll ever do them on stream and recording, because I'm really bad at those older games. At most, I'd probably do Duke Nukem 3D, because that was my childhood more than anything, because I love the one-liners of the Dukester. But yeah, like, their track record is starting to go slipping further and further. You know, they fucked up Rage 2. Rage 2 wasn't that good. I mean, Rage 1 wasn't even that great. It had good mechanics and a lot of things that I was like, oh, okay. Rage 2, they'll build upon it. And when I saw some of the things about it, they're like, oh, powers. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, because they made it seem like your character was a special being, and we didn't even get powers in Rage 1. And then it was like, oh, anything you see is drivable and shit like that. It's like, alright, sweet. You know, it's an open world thing. But then it was a very, very boring, a very awfully tedious open world. And I should not be surprised after what we got in Fallout 4. And I know you're probably saying, well, Fallout 4 wasn't that bad. Some of it wasn't bad. But when they made the entire map have to be a fucking, like, outpost thing, like, constantly over and over having to fix this or save them, it lost its luster. It definitely just, some of the side stories just didn't have the interesting feel. Like, I feel like a lot of the side quests in Oblivion were actually very interesting and had a lot of story to them. Skyrim probably did too. I don't remember. Like, it's funny is I played a lot of Skyrim, nowhere near as much as Brandon, but I played a lot of it. My friend Brandon played a shit ton of that. And I do want to play Oblivion and or Skyrim one day as a stream game and record. Whether it's modded or not, I really don't care. I know it's like people will be like graphic mods and shit like that, and I'm like, I don't really care. My computer's finicky as it is when I play games. I'd rather not screw it up. And suddenly I can't download. I don't know why. It probably suddenly decided I don't have enough space. So since we're just fucking, well, no, I don't think it'll let me. I was gonna say, since we're just fucking around, I was gonna check. John really better not be fucking online still playing. Oh no, I'm not online to see. That's why it's telling me. It's probably telling me it can't download because it doesn't have internet. I blacked out the screen for just a sec because I wanted to see, but it's probably not going to load anything for me because I have no freaking internet. The internet has not returned. It's still off. But yeah, they're like the mods and stuff described. But yeah, I remember their side quests being a little bit more. And I know Fallout, some of it was actually pretty cool for 3 and New Vegas. Having some interesting interesting side stories and things like that. And I think Skyrim had some, because I remember barely touching, like a lot of people I've heard too, barely touching the main story, did a lot of side stuff before, and the side stuff was more fun than the main quest line kind of deal, and that's kind of how that shit goes. But sometimes it's because you're way over leveled or geared, because I don't know why they don't just plan for you to be doing other shit. Sometimes they just think that you're only going to do the story, and then you'll do the side quests. It's like, motherfucker, just scale it or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I ever fucking say. But yeah, they just haven't been doing too good. You know, Rage was kind of a downer, or Rage 2 was a downer. And I didn't really have much of expectations going into it, but just the open world was so boring that I was like, just, like, the fun, the shooting, the arcadey feel, the shooting, great. It's one of those things where it's like they had a good thing, and they fucked it up, like they're doing with Wolfenstein. They have a good shooting. Shooting feels really nice in Wolfenstein. I do like having some kind of, like, I know it's not necessary, but I'd like hit markers, because sometimes I can't tell if I fucking killed something, like an AI. That's why I like this, because like it'll blink red that I know I killed someone. That was their kill. Like I got him. I'm gonna take a sip of water. But other than that, I actually really enjoyed the shooting, and I like the interesting design. I'm not really a fan of big, bulky weapons and crazy shit like that. I kind of like a more realistic gun in my games, but the Wolfenstein weapons weren't too bad. I didn't mind them for the most part. So that's why I was like, you know, they take something that was decent and they fuck with it. They fuck the formula too much that it makes it not. It just looks like you just put a label on it saying this is the brand. So buy it because it's Wolfenstein on it, so it's gonna be good. But it's not. So there's that. I'm trying to think if there was another. Besides there was the Doom problem, Wolfenstein, Rage 2, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else Bethesda has done yet that has not been that good. But right now, that's why it's like, thank God the people that made Fallout New Vegas are making an RPG, and hopefully it'll be good. From what I've seen, it looks good. I can't wait to play it. And then Cyberpunk's coming out, and then there's other RPGs I haven't even played, like the Witcher series and stuff like that I still got to play through fully. But thank God for those, because if the Elder Scrolls flops, and hell, Doom's coming out, Doom Eternal, and I'm sitting there thinking, if they fuck that up, that's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, I feel like, for a lot of people. Because there was like it felt like Bethesda was going up. Like, there was just this feeling, because they were like, Doom is here, and it was badass when it came out. And then they were like, we're going to do Quake, or I think, or something like that. They were going to do Quake as well, and then that one was kind of eh. Like, Quake's, I think, cool. I don't know. I don't even hear anything about it. But then it just feels like they're just tanking more and more, and it's like, everyone's like, I saw some people, they're like, hopefully all their resources are in Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, if they release a half-assed Elder Scrolls game with it needing modders to really fix it up again, it is... I don't know how long Bethesda can get away with this. And I mean, I get they will get away with it. I mean, EA's been pulling shit from, like, microtransactions and nonsense for a long time, and it's still, like, they've kind of fixed it, but it's still, like, you know, it's more of that, like, they're going to keep trying to push that, like, boundary a little and see what snaps, and then be like, okay, we're sorry, and then kind of push it back again and do it again or something, you know. So I feel like Bethesda's fallen into that, where it's like they're going to try to push this boundary, and then they're going to be like, okay, yeah, you know. But I don't know. I can see them being like, here's Elder Scrolls 6, and it's like really good, but because it's like, here's to make up for all of our shit, and then kind of be like, now you guys will be hyped for our next titles. And then they're going to be shit, and we spent money on them because we were fooled thinking that they finally improved. But nah, I don't know. There's a lot of marketing and business tactics that are dirty that they could be doing. Any place does it. I'm not just saying Bethesda. I love every company. I want every company to be striving and making good games because I love video games a lot. But, you know... end of the day, sadly, it is a business. So, you know, they're going to do what's best for them for money. Even if it seems scummy. And that's kind of what sucks. I hate that, but that's the kind of world we live in. You gotta, you know, business is business. And, so, you know, that's why I'm like, who knows? Who knows what they're doing? Because sometimes it does feel like that with certain companies, certain places, that it feels like they're and it probably is a business strategy to throw out a bunch of shit and then make one amazing thing to make it look like they're doing a turnaround, and then do another 180 and just throw out more shit, and you're buying it and hoping that it's... maybe they went back and they improved it like they should have. And it's improved, but shitty, because it's like, oh, some of them, you know, like video games. Some of the mechanics improved, but the rest of the shit that we don't like is here. It feels like a lot of games are also like they're making really good like games, or they're making use of IPs and things like that, but then they're flooding it with things we don't need. You know, open world RPGs. Like, we don't really need everything to be an open world, and not everything needs to be an RPG. It depends on the game, the story, the setting, and how you fill that world. Because if you fill it with a lot of nothing, I don't fucking want to play an open world game with a whole lot of nothing. I don't want to play an open world game that has me running from point A to point B for barely any credits or some bullshit of currency and nothing cool out of it. Like, it has to be somewhat rewarding, not overly rewarding. I'm not saying like I need the best weapon from the game from doing like an errand, but like it just has to be interesting. Like, maybe there's a side story to it. Maybe there's some interesting info. Like, not just boring. Like, oh, this is the mountain where a great war happened, and that's about all the lore you're gonna get, or the only lore you're gonna give a shit about. I don't know. It's really hard to make an interesting world. Sometimes for certain games, I think. Some people will be like, "Well, I could make an interesting world and stuff like that," but I think it's more like difficult to program and design in a interesting world. It's easy on paper, but actually doing it is always sometimes rough. Mafia 2 and even 3 is one of the ones that I've mentioned before. An open world game that feels very empty and also feels like it's unnecessarily open. Because I have maybe I played it wrong, but at least for 2 I played it. I feel like it just was a boring world. Like, it's open, you can drive around, but I feel like I'm spending 90% of my time on missions, like the main mission, and there's nothing going on for the open world. I think there was one point where they were like, "Come back to me if you ever need another job. I could always use help." I think I came back, but it must have been during like a mission period or something. I don't know what. I don't know when, but I went back and there was nobody there. There was no mission, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Mafia 3 really fucked up. They made they had an interesting story all put together, but again ruined by this awful like running around in this empty open world that's not interesting and moving around to place just trying to capture shit. It felt like somebody had played the video game Godfather 2 and made it more boring, I think, kind of, because there was no like I don't think Mafia 3 had them fight for your properties. Like, I don't think they could take it back. I think it was just like I don't remember if they could take back rackets. I don't think so. I know Godfather 2, that game, which to be honest, I'd love to play the Godfather games. That'd be some fun shit, but I have no way of acquiring any of them. I might be able to get the second one for 360, but I don't have a working 360 right now. That's the problem, and I don't think it's backwards compatible with Xbox One. But I actually remember hating the Godfather 2 game, and I don't think it was that good either. If I probably when I go and watch it and stuff, like in my head, it was a little bit better. But I just remember stealing shit. Like, you would take over a racket, take over whatever business, and then you'd have to put guards there. And then I remember every time I was getting close to being done with it, they took over, and because you had to I think take over the whole place to progress, and they just kept taking it back. Like, it didn't matter who the fuck or how many people I sent, they just kept beating me. And I want to say there was a part of the game where you lose everything and have to redo it anyway. I can't remember. In that, but either way, it's again, open world with an uninteresting thing. Somehow GTA and Rockstar know how to make it interesting. Now, I'm not gonna say all the time, but I hit the nail on the head with Vice City because everyone loves the 80s and stuff, and it was just a fun world to be in, and it would be fun to revisit and be in on higher graphics and things like that, better than the PS2. San Andreas, they did return to, because that was GTA 5, but The only problem with San Andreas was, at least GTA San Andreas, was that it's fun until like up to a certain point. There is like a certain point in the game where you're just doing a ridiculous amount of driving out from the Boone area, like the shitty, like, you know, country road side to the freaking back to the city, and then like having to drive all the way back to the countryside again. And it felt so unnecessary at times, and I don't think there was any sort of taxi system. I think the only system, it was like if you died, you could get the taxi back to. Oops, doesn't matter. I'll probably continue on here in a sec, or I'll probably end the video just so I don't lose the recording. But yeah, there was just times where it was just like, or no, the taxi system, yeah, would bring you back, but I don't know if there was a checkpoint system or not. I just know because PS2 era, it was a little rough. But yeah, but it was still an interesting world, and because now you could go and eat and work out and shit like that in San Andreas. So there was always that, so that made it more interesting. Then GTA 4, that was an interesting world too, because again, you could go and eat food. It didn't do anything for you, but you could go and eat to heal. And stuff, but the world was still somewhat interesting to drive around in Liberty City. 3 was okay if we're going backwards here. 3 was alright because that was more revolutionary, because the GTA, if you guys aren't familiar, GTA originally was a top-down game. And to be honest, the only thing I remember was, I think it was GTA 2. Maybe, might have been 1, but there was a fart and burp button. And I remember that my cousin had the GTA games, and I remember running away from the cops in that game, and I didn't know how to switch my weapons, and so I just kept burping and farting and running away in fear, and that's all I could remember. It was hilarious to me. But there was that, and then 4, then yeah, then, you know, we still kept Liberty City, with when they did the DLC. I forgot Liberty City Stories. There was Vice City Stories. And then there was that, was it a PSP game, I think? I don't know if they put it on PS2. The Chinatown one, which was okay, I suppose. I think that was top down. But again, even the top down stuff still felt like a live town with shit going on. But Vice City Stories was great, and if I recall, I never really got to play it, but I know that a lot of people liked it, because again, back in Vice City, and the 80s are always a fun time to be in, like that type of stuff. Plus, I think you get, there's like an actual, like, recording from a Phil Collins concert, or from one of his, like, DVD or movies concerts that were recorded, which I think is pretty cool. So you get to hear a live performance of that. If I ever do it, I'm sadly going to have to cut that part completely out, though. That's why I'm not sure how I'm ever going to do the GTA series. I'm either going to have to let YouTube just remove the audio from it, which is going to be horrible. Because I think when I tried to do that for one of the Kingdom Hearts videos, it just fucked up everything completely. If not that, then I have to mute the frickin' music, and that makes it really shitty for driving around. It's just awkward silence. But I did it for Mafia 2, but then I was like, fuck this, and then I turned the music back on just a little bit. They still fucking hit me with copyright. It didn't matter. But with the actual songs, like, you know, Guns N' Roses to, was it Living Colour or whoever that sings Cult of Personality, and whatever other music that's on San Andreas, and fucking Kiss, Motley Crue, I think might be. I don't know if they're in Vice City. I forget. But like listening to V-Rock and, you know, all that, and I think Wave FM was one of them. I don't remember. But like there's that stuff, and those would be like blocked in some countries or areas. So that would stop the people from actually viewing. Again, monetization does not matter to me because I don't make money off YouTube. I could give two shits about that. I care more about just letting everybody be able to watch, so it sucks if it's either blocked in a lot of places or blocked all over, because then I can't even... What's the point of the video if it's blocked worldwide? Like my Dragon Quest video that's never aired, that I can never get up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, haha, dick jokes. But yeah, I haven't been able to get the finale up, still without cutting a major part of the story. That's why that's never been uploaded. So yeah, there's just so I'm not sure yet because I'm very very lazy. I don't like because let's be honest, I do a lot of personal life stuff, and then a lot of the rest of my time is streaming. A lot of my time is just streaming. So I don't really. That's why miniseries has stopped. That's why I don't do that anymore. If I ever go back to Stalker and shit like that, it's probably just gonna be full on recordings like I do now. Because I just don't have the time to sit there and edit it up, cut it up, and then wait for the shit to render. I could do it right before bed, but or at least have it render before bed, I suppose. But you know. That's hoping it actually renders without any issue, because sometimes I've had it where it stops or it freezes, crap like that. Finishing like all my edits and stuff, which I put air quotes around edits. It's just me fucking cutting up, and I guess like because the only thing I could do that I could do for GTA would have been cutting out every car ride, which would drastically decrease a lot of the. I mean, it would be miniseries anyway. It wouldn't really be miniseries, but in sense it would, because I wouldn't be cutting it up for highlight purposes. I would just be cutting out stuff to keep it going without music. But I feel like that you'd miss important dialogue if I'm sitting in a car with someone, especially GTA 5 and 4 and 5 have a lot of important in-vehicle dialogues. A lot of people, I think, talk to you in 3. I know in San Andreas. I don't remember much, but so it's like there's a lot of important dialogue. So I don't know. What will end up happening is I'll probably record like I normally do, and then I'll upload one or like a few parts, see what happens, and then if it's drastically or constantly getting hit where it cannot be done, then I just will not. I just won't be able to record GTA. For you, I would have to apologize. It had to be a stream-only thing. I don't know. But I've talked your ears off long enough. The internet has not come back, so I'm sorry if the next Days Gone part is going to be like a super short one. But I'm not going to continue it on the account that I really wanted to finish it up with the stream and stuff like that. Even though it's probably going to be like 2 or 3 cutscenes. I don't know. There's probably like no gameplay in the next. And it's like, well, why don't you just put them together, render that? And it's like, well, this has already been an hour and a half long, and then add it on next. So whatever, how long it's going to take for the next, it is going to take way too long of my time because no, believe me, I want to, but I don't know. I'll either find a way to put them together, or it's going to be 2 separate videos. But thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the abrupt end and the constant talking towards the end here. But I will have to just go and sit this one out for a little bit, sadly, because I really wanted to keep streaming. But because I didn't get to feed my addiction for fucking Fire Emblem. But thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, if this is the last video, or if there is some other important stuff, then you'll see in the next video if I can't combine it. If this is the last one for any reason, I hope you guys enjoyed the journey. I actually was pleasantly surprised at this game. I had a lot of fun. A lot of silly moments, I feel like, happened. And yeah, until the next time, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.